Afternoon everyone, welcome to another episode of Uncut Automotive. Today we're joined by Steve here, a good friend of mine, and this is his IS200 Sport with a little secret to it. So Steve, tell us a few facts about your car and what you got running on it.
It's IS200 Sport, and I stuck a 1JZ. So I've had a fuel pressure regulator on it, uprated the filter, bigger intercooler. That's about it really. Just a little bit more than standard, but practically stock really.
Yeah. I like the wheels that you got going on there. What wheels you got?
I've got this one. Well, they're like Lenzo Raiden Project D.
Yeah.
They're So they're 8.5J on the front, 9.5J on the back.
Go for the stagger fitment.
Definitely. I just thought it'd just suit the car a little bit better, really, to be honest.
Exhaust system on the car?
So it's custom exhaust all the way back, 3-inch, straight back from the turbo, really. Decat, and then just a silencer on at the back, really, just to keep it quiet. It's obnoxious, but it's still loud.
Who are the guys that put the engine in then?
Tom at Crest Motorsport, they're no longer about at the moment, anymore. But yeah, they did it. As soon as I got the car, I just put a thing on Facebook just to ask who would be good at putting in a 1J, and everyone was all like repping this guy really.
Been one of your dreams to have a 1J and an IS.
Oh yeah, definitely, and it's a one-off as well. Well, I mean, it's not. There's quite a few of them about now, but I mean, locally, I just wanted something that was just different. From what everyone else was just driving around, around locally. So just. And
I've also heard you had a few mishaps with this car, aka someone keyed your car at one point.
Someone keyed it.
Decided to be a bit jealous and
heartbreak moment really when I could see that.
Yeah, and then they didn't do it lightly either. They done the whole thing.
No, they did the whole thing, didn't they? Right up the side.
Down the whole panels.
Thought I'd just eventually. I want to get the engine done. I want a wide arch to the back, but with a not Uras, I can't even remember the name of it. It's basically goes over the door and rear quarter.
Oh, so it makes it like a 2-door,
basically. So it's still a 4-door, but it'll just make it look more stock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was going to go Rocket Bunny, but to cover that door, I'd better off just going with them over fenders, and then just wider wings on the front. Because when I lowered it, I didn't account for the size of the wheels when I got it.
Your arches on the other side.
Yeah, I know.
I remember now.
Yeah, I went into Courtney's and it.
And you got a bumper for the front end as well.
I have got, so I've got a full kit. I've got the BN kit, which isn't really the one I wanted, but it just come up at a good price on Facebook, so I just snapped it up. But
it's not on there at the moment.
It's not on there. No, it's not on there at the moment. So I've got there's a few little bits I want to get, a couple of little bits on the back for the seals that need re-welding or welding.
Yeah, I'll point out to everyone, this is a project car, an ongoing project car. I mean, it's nowhere near finished yet at the moment. So
a new climate control.
Yeah.
So the other one broke. Crest Motorsport actually broke it. So
there's a reason why they're not going anymore.
Yeah, I know, exactly, yeah. But I've replaced that, so I've just got to replace the lights in that, and then I've just a couple of dash lights that are starting to blink. But yeah, other than that, it's just stock at the moment. Just got the 1 gauge in there, which is the AFR gauge. Uprated the head unit. And a couple of little stickers.
I know Crest are not around anymore, probably fair to say. I mean, that'd be slamming them a little bit, but I mean, these issues that you've had with the car, have it all been from?
Pretty much, well, they've just cut corners and they've just tried to get the job out because they had it for so long. Me and my mate had his car with them for I think 2 weeks longer than I had mine. And it just got really bad, really. There was no phone calls.
No communication.
No communication, so we eventually got it back, but he just shoved it together and then just give it back to me. It wasn't even my intercooler when I first got it. It was really rubbish intercooler. The radiator, I don't even believe that was my radiator. I believe that he just gave me a shoddy one that was wrecked, but just to put it together and get it out the door. So that's a lot of that is just a few things that I've just got teething. I've been silly with it and opened it up a few times and I melted a clutch and broke a gearbox, so I'm on my second gearbox and my second clutch now. So
it's the 1J life. I know the feeling. I've gone through the same pain. I've gone through 3 clutches, a gearbox and a diff, 2 diffs.
Yeah, I don't think you can drive it like normally, you know, not when you get as much attention as you do when you're driving these, really. So
that's the same problem when you drive something like this. You're going to put your foot down and make the noise and press the people around you just to make them like it. So, shall we crack on and go for a little spin?
Yeah, man.
Tell you what, that flutter is so addictive though.
Yeah, I do like that.
Easy way to spend money on fuel.
Yeah.
Just to listen to that noise.
It's expensive, yeah.
That's an expensive noise. So how long did you actually own the car before you put the 1J in?
So I got it February 2020 and I took it up north to Warrington in July 2020. So I had it 4 months.
Yeah, not long at all.
Nah.
There was a bit of a difference when you got in it to drive it after the engine swap.
Yeah, really good. Well, they delivered it to me the first time.
Yeah.
I put a picture of that up on my Instagram, and yeah, that was really loud because when he took a picture and showed me what the exhaust looked like, I thought, Jesus,
yeah,
you know, that's going to be
serious
loud, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it was all right. It was nice. It was you know, give me goose pimples every time. You know, made my hands sweat every time I drove.
Seems like it's got quite a nice box on it as well. It seems nice and
stock as well.
Tactile.
Yeah, standard box. I'm trying to either get a 350Z box or get Garage D to get me an R154. To be fair, I probably prefer the R154 just because it's, I think, less hassle. It's an expensive box, but I think it'd just be a case of just bolting that up. And I don't know.
Has it got an adapter plate or anything, or is it just?
I don't think it will. This has got an adapter plate, the J160, so I had to put an adapter plate on the bell housing. So when I blew up the gearbox, the last gearbox, I just took off the bell housing and stuck it on the new box.
Yeah, that's not bad then. So it weren't too much of a lengthy repair.
No, just an expensive one.
Always the case.
Yeah.
Always the case.
To be fair, that's why I've not done a great deal to it. It's just
trying to catch up on bits.
Yeah, I'll get there.
That's always the thing though. It's like, especially with projects, it's when you do one thing, it's sort of one step forward, 3 steps back.
Always the way, yeah. Every time you get a nice bit of money saved up, you just ended up
take it for a little spin, and then what's that noise?
yeah.
And then your bank account starts crying. It's always the way.
Yeah.
But what would life be without a little project, eh?
Exactly. That's why I can never sell it.
Yeah, I mean, especially now with what's going on with the old economic crisis globally, I see a lot of people selling their project cars, and I know a lot of people which have sold their projects, and literally days after they've sold it, they've gone, oh, I wish I never got rid of that.
I've come close. There's a few times when things have gone wrong. I've sort of just like, you know what, maybe
it's not for you type thing.
Yeah, I'm just done, you know, spending money. I'll go for something that's a little bit easier to modify and map.
Yeah.
But then when you drive it, it's just like you say, that noise, that 1J sound.
Yeah.
It's definitely a head turner.
It's enough to make you smile as well.
Exactly.
Like,
so
the joys of having a car like this is you can have a horrible day, jump in your car, put your foot down a few times, and you're smiling already. Like, that's the joys of it. Lovely bit of weather for us as well.
Not bad, yeah.
I was going to say we're driving on Mexican roads right now, but this is not exactly Mexican weather.
No.
Sort of gives it away a little bit.
Yeah, I have to look into uprating the fuel pump again. I did uprate it to Warbro 255 litre per hour.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking I maybe should have just gone for a 340 litre per hour.
What, just and gone all the way just to say?
Yeah, just to increase it a bit more. Yeah, they're not expensive. I might just do that anyway when I go to. If I can try and fit it in with Garage D.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose whilst it's there, it's sort of a.
Yeah, definitely.
May as well get everything done to stop having to bring it back.
Exactly.
Because I mean, you've seen what that's like already, having to constantly bring it back, and then having a bit of aggro with it, and then, as you said, thinking about selling it. That's the last thing you want. You just want.
I really don't want to sell it. You know, if I can get another car and keep this, then I will.
Yeah. really hope the camera's picking up the wastegate noises from the interior, but honestly, if you can't hear it very well, it's quite addictive, and I'm not even the one that owns or drives the car, so that says enough. Is it only recently that you've had a bit of a boost leak?
Yeah, it's just today. I mean, well, last night it seemed to be a bit funny. When I floored it, it'd make a couple of pops here and there. Just never normally does that. And then today, when I tried to give it the beans before I got to Sainsbury's petrol station, it just
Didn't like it.
It didn't like it. So, and it was just all the way to Sudbury.
Yeah.
And then just before I met up with you guys, it
sorted itself out.
Yeah, kind of sorted itself. It's still not 100%. Like I say, it's not. It's
still dropping a little bit.
The fuel pressure regulator's got to be definitely dialed in. The guy that did it before, which is a guy in Taunton, when I was living in Dorset for a little while, he fitted the fuel pressure regulator. So,
Right.
but I don't think he knows a lot about
I think he cocked it up
1Js.
a little bit.
So yeah, I've just got to dial it in. But like I say, I get someone who knows their stuff. Garage D.
Yeah, he's the man to go to. Do you use the car as like a daily sort of thing?
It is
or is
completely daily, yeah. I did have a Nissan Micra before, but when I moved to Dorset, I sold that.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't, because they've gone up in price as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think everything's gone up in price ridiculously.
Crazy.
I was speaking to my mate yesterday. It was like, even just to buy like a proper old piece of French scrap nowadays, you're looking upwards of like £1,000,
It's
which
a lot
is
of money,
ridiculous.
isn't it? Yeah.
Gone are the days where you can sort of go to the scrapyard, pick up a car, it will still run.
Yeah.
There'll be barely anything of it, but it will still run.
Yeah, my
Couple
mate used,
£100.
yeah, well, exactly, yeah. Non-MOT, but it runs, £100.
Yeah.
My mate, yeah, he bought an Escort back in the day.
Have you got any sort of like long-term plans for the car? Or
Yeah,
is it just...
so I definitely want to get the engine sorted out.
Yeah.
I'd like to increase the power, eventually get an ECU, because they can't really do a lot with a stock ECU.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Wow.
Wow. What a nice
Crazy.
bit of work.
Changed a bit, hasn't it? Yeah, so increase the power, and then body kit. I definitely want to wide arch it, and then eventually finish off with vinyl wrap.
Yeah.
Hopefully go to garage. I'll go to Violent D for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, he does a great little job, to be fair.
He does banging jobs, mate. I've not seen him do anything bad.
Yeah, I was going to say. Adam C's just had his car wrapped. By the time this video goes out, I mean, that will have been announced over on his channel, so great little job there as well.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I can imagine what this car would look like with a wrap from him.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to go sort of like anime theme.
So
right?
like an anime, yeah. We've recently done done a chaser with an anime character, and I'm looking for something like similar to that.
It's definitely an eye catcher, especially when you go to like Jap Fest and things like this.
Yeah.
Pretty ideal.
Which I want to do this year as well.
Yeah. Sell tickets out so quickly though. I really
do, mate,
last year I probably left it a little bit late, but I speak to Richard about it actually. I was like, is there any tickets on sale? He was like, no, they sold out like 3 months ago. I was like, fantastic. You say this is on BC Racing coilovers?
So
as well?
BC, yeah, BR series.
Nice.
I went for 1210s. I did try to get stiffer springs at the time, but the all they had was the 1210s, and I was so desperate to lower it. I knew what I wanted, like as in like I wanted it to be stiff. This is on its maximum stiff setting, but it's still too soft.
Well, you want it to be like?
I want it to be really stiff,
much
so it doesn't.
suspension.
Yeah, so it doesn't, because that's how I've done my front wings.
Yeah, just from rubbing.
Yeah, stock wheels is okay, but as soon as I put the 18s on and I got the camber and I got it all aligned,
yeah,
put it in,
we'll pull in.
Then I went to my daughter's, and she's got a really dodgy car, to get into the car park.
Yeah.
And that just unfolded.
Not ideal.
What I'd rolled the arches, but not enough. And just pulled it out. And it almost did the same to that one. So I'm just going to upgrade the wings.
Yeah.
To something a little bit
more substantial type
Yeah,
thing.
definitely. Yeah, probably fiberglass.
Yeah, don't want it to happen again.
No.
Well, I mean, in terms of drive, I mean, just sitting in the passenger, and obviously you can't fully put your foot to the floor, especially with a boosted, because you don't want to make it any worse. But
No.
it seems like a pretty civilised car.
It's all right. Yeah, it's definitely definitely drivable. You know, like I said, I definitely want to increase the power, get it to around 450, 500.
Yeah.
It's expensive, but it'd be.
It would be a little bit of money, but one of them things is worth it though.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, right,
man.
lovely job. Cheers for
That's
letting
all right.
us have a look around the car and take it out for a spin.
Yeah, man, no
thanks to
worries.
everyone for watching the video as well. Hopefully you enjoyed. And later, when this car is sort of later in its life in the project, and maybe you have dialed it up to sort of 450 brake horsepower, we might have to do a second episode on it, because it's going to be a bit of a different one to this one. Might go a little bit more, but especially when they get the boostly sorted as well.
Definitely.
But yeah, no, serious little car, nice little project you've got here, and you better not sell it, put it that way.
No, I won't. I definitely won't.